Welcome back to our tabletop here on Tabletop Baseball Plus. This is Tenacious Earl, and we are here for Game 2 of Semifinal number 2 here in our 2.0 version Tenacious Baseball League playoffs. And this is San Diego and Toronto. If you haven't seen the first video, go check it out. But as you can already see on this screen, the Padres have already won it. So, well, duh. They already won it. Now you would have already known that by seeing it here on the screen. But the Blue Jays are just going to try and get the second one. Won't be easy. Padres seem to have good luck on their side. But the Blue Jays do send out Marcus Stroman, who is one of their best pitchers on the staff here in the 2016 season, so we will see if they can take care of it. Edwin Jackson will be starting for the Padres. We'll take a peek at the brackets, and as you see, the Mets, if you haven't seen that one, too late. They are up 2-0. I mean, you can go back and watch the game, the two games, but there's no reason to, so unless you really want to. So if you haven't seen them and you want to, go back and watch them. If not, you already know the outcome. And of course, you already know the outcome of the Padres' first game. So let's get into it here. We're going to roll weather. And weather for 4. That is going to actually, in a night game here at Rogers Center, is going to mean the roof is open and they're going to get even a little bit better conditions. 9s on the singles and 12s on the home runs. So, the lineup that will face Marcus Stroman for the Padres, Luis Sardinas got injured in Game 1, and he will be out 2 games, so he'll be back in Game 4, but Alexei Amarista will be leading off and playing it short. Travis Jankowski in center. And then Will Myers at first, Ryan Schimpf at second base, Yannervis Solardi at third. Batting 6th will be Hunter Renfroe again in right. John Jay, the left fielder. Derek Norris catching, batting 8th. And finally, Edwin Jackson, who gets pitcher's hitting card number 3 instead of number 1, which seems to be most of them. So here is Amarista as we start off the ball game at 2-10 against a righty, and he hits it right back to Stroman. Stroman breathes easy, throws, takes a deep breath, makes the play. 1 out. Travis Jankowski, and that's a 3-3, and he's going to hit it down the line. It's going to go right to Edwin Encarnacion, and he will underhand it to the covering Stroman for 2 outs. And there's a 1-3, and that's going to be a fly ball to Pilar. He will make the grab, and no score in the top of the first for the Padres. Okay, so the Blue Jays looking to respond are going to send the same lineup out against Edwin Jackson. It'll be Devin Travis leading off at second base. Michael Saunders in left. Josh Donaldson at third base. Then Edwin Encarnacion cleaning up and playing first. Troy Tulowitzki, the shortstop, bats 5th. Then Jose Bautista in right. Russell Martin catching. Kevin Pillar, the center fielder, and Marcus Stroman pitching. They want more out of Donaldson and Tulowitzki. They each went 0 for 4 in Game 1, and they need those guys hitting if they're going to emerge from this series. There's a 6-7 against the righty Devin Travis, and that's going to be trouble. That could be a triple. 1-10 for a leadoff triple. It's a 7. Travis, the ball goes in the corner. He's going to make his way to third, and that is a great start for Toronto. Now, Michael Saunders, the Padres are going to play infield in here. Try to keep him from scoring. 2-9. That's a strikeout. Big out there for Jackson. Now, Josh Donaldson, like I said, he is 0 for 4 in the series so far. This is another, they'll play infield in again, another prime case where he could come through a 1-7. He's going to walk. Now they will back up and play double play depth with Encarnacion, who is a double play kind of guy. So 1 out, runners at the corners. Infield at double play depth, and it'll be a 3-6, and that's a walk to load the bases for Troy Tulowitzki. Not a good plan there by Jackson. Of course, he's getting rolls off the hitter's cards. So here we go with Troy Tulowitzki. They're playing, again, double play depth here. And the pitch, 4-6 righty, is going to be trouble. This is going to score 2. 1-6 would be a double. It'll be a 10, so it's a single, but still Travis comes in. Donaldson comes in as well. And it is a 2-0 lead for the Toronto Blue Jays, looking to tie this series. And Edwin Encarnacion needs to stop at third. So there you go. Donaldson reaches on a walk, and Tulowitzki gets a 2 RBI single. Oh, and here is balk or pass ball. It'd be balk check against Jackson. He doesn't have a rating, so 1-4. Ground ball to third base. Again, they would be playing with the infield back, so this will be a grounder to third. That will be Solarte to Schimpf to Myers, and that will end the inning, but they do pick up 2. So good start for Toronto. All right, so the next up for the Padres, now that they are behind 2-0, is Ryan Schimpf. 4-8 against a lefty hitter, and that's going to be a base hit. Very likely to be a 2-base hit, and it is. 1-17 would be a double, and a 3 brings that about. So Schimpf to second. Yannervis Solarte 2-4, and he is hit by pitch and a potential injury here. So let's roll the D20 and let's see. It's an 11, and for injuries, that's 2, so it's less than 3. That means that we will not count it here. If it were 3, we would make it a 1-game injury, but we will not worry about it. First and second, nobody out. For Hunter Renfroe, 3-4, and that's going to be a run scoring single or double, 1-10, and it's a double for Renfroe. In comes Schimpf. To third goes Solarte. And second and third, nobody out. Man, when you got a 371 card, it's almost unfair. Blue Jays are going to play infield. They're going to play infield back here. They do not want to get burned for even more runs. Infield back, they'll give up the tying run. 1-6, and that is more trouble. That's going to be a 1-19 double. 2 runs score, and they're going to take a 3-2 lead. So Stroman gets touched up a bit here. And that's just the way it is for the Padres here in this season. It seems like whenever they get hit, they then take it to the other team just as hard. So Norris up now. Ground ball to second base will be Devin Travis. He is a 2 rated guy. 2E19 Norris. So Jay not speedy, so they will not be holding him. 2 and 17, he does get to it, and he'll make the play, but the runner will be able to advance. 1 out. Now Edwin Jackson up. I'm going to clean that up. That looks pretty ugly there. 3-2. Blue Jays get off to a hot start, and then Stroman gives it up. They will play. They're going to play the infield in here, but it might not matter as, whoops, that's a 2, so we got to roll the white die. Passed ball check for Russell Martin. He is a 1-3. And it's a 1 that's going to score a run. It's 4-2. Look at that kind of luck. Look at that. Passed ball. Everything goes San Diego's way in these games, it seems like. 6-4. Jackson, a righty. Fly ball to center field. Pilar, he's a 1E7. 1-20. What gets very much gets under it, and then E7 on the 9. He'll make the catch. 2 outs now, and top of the order for Amarista. 4-2 lefty, grounded to first base. Encarnacion is 3E5. 3-2 will be a single. Everything going San Diego's way. Amarista reaches, and he try to get a lead here. He's got a good steal rating, so 7 will not get the job done. So he's going to stay put for Jankowski with 2 outs. 4-9 lefty. Fly ball to right and will be caught by Bautista to end the inning, but 4 come in. And man, the story just keeps perpetuating here. They send 8 to the plate. And man, oh man. What can you do if you're the Blue Jays? It's just everything's over the middle, I guess. Russell Martin, 5-11 against a righty. Fly ball to left field. John Jay, 3 and 11. He does get underneath it. And a 13 on an E2 will be a play made out there in left for the first out. Pilar, 2-7. Ground ball to short. 6-3 is the put out. 2 it down. And this is looking like a 1-2-3 inning. And sure enough, that'll be a fly ball to right caught by Renfroe. So maybe the problem is we played Renfroe. Renfroe, we should have brought him out here in this game because he didn't play a whole season. And so that card is a little questionable. So, but we'll see. Myers now. 5-7 righty, strikes him out. Fortunately, he's not tired because that would have been a single if he were. Schimpf, 2-7. That's a 1-12 double. You know that's going to be a 1-12. Okay, Solarte. 6-10. Lefty is a grounder to short. Can't be a double play because Schimpf got to second. So Tulowitzki, 2E12. 2-17. He gets 2 at E12, and 11 makes the play. Runner holds, 2 down. Renfroe now. Exactly who you don't want up here. 2-6, and that one is hit and gone. So this will be the last game that Renfroe is used in because that doesn't really. I mean, I guess that they would use him, but you know, they probably would use him in the playoffs. Guess what? In the playoffs, he ain't hitting 371, right? With 4 home runs, he ain't doing that. So, you know he ain't. So, that's what you call the small sample size, and that is just, I am frustrated with myself because I shouldn't have put him in there. And guess what? I could just throw this game out and start anew because that's what you could do if you wanted a result. 1-7 is a strikeout to end the inning. 6-2 now. Yeah. The good news is that he only played in 35 games, and because of that, you would never hit the 312 potential injury, which would at least get him out for a few games. Because I guess he didn't get injured in real life, even though he only played a very small section of the season. It's a weird situation. It's weird. And I'm not a big fan of weird. I'm okay. That's a strikeout. I'm okay with, like, I should have just taken him out. You know what? I could just say he picked up a hammy. He was rounding the bases, trotting around, trying to pull a Tatis. He pulled a hammy, and all would be good. And they would still win, because that's just what they've done all season. I don't know what it is. I think it's that they played in the NL West. 4-11, lefty, fly ball to center field. Their pitchers get the rolls every time. 3-10, there you go, 1-3, 1-2-3 inning. San Diego. This team is basically, you take the Bash brothers, you take the Atlanta Braves pitching staff, and every good bullpen in history, and roll them together, and that's this Padres team, according to the way that it rolls in my project here. There's a strikeout, 1 out. Now, just so you know, we got 6 runs in 2 innings, so Stroman is tired, just as a matter of fact. So let's just top of the 4th, 6-2. And so then you get Jackson with a pitcher's card roll on a 4-9. Fortunately, the 4-9 is a fly ball to center, but you know, Amarista. I mean, you kind of get. And there's a strikeout for him, right? Yeah, strikes. Oh no, that's a single because he's tired, or he, quote unquote, lost his stuff. So let's see if, you know what, 4 runs isn't that much. Let's see if Amarista can get a lead here. Nope. Jankowski, 4-2 lefty. That's a grounder to first again. 3-11. He gets to it. E5 and 14. That's going to be an error. There we go. Can we get enough guys on to get back to Renfroe's card? Because that would probably get it up to 10 or 12. Myers. 1-11. Fly ball to right. Inning over. No runs. 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. 6-2. It's weird. Trying, you know, that there's just certain things that get me riled up, and when something doesn't jive, it riles me up. And some of this stuff with this Padres team doesn't jive, and I don't know why. There's something about it. It's like, I mean, I don't know. I have no clue. I've tried to figure it out, thought it through my head. Somehow they just always get what they need. Now there's going to be a potential triple for Encarnacion, but it's going to be a single because sometimes it works out that way. See, that makes sense. We get, instead of a triple with Encarnacion, we get a single because he had 0 triples. So that's, at least, you know, you can explain it out. And so sometimes that kind of thing happens. Now, if that were, I don't know, Ryan Schimpf, let's say, who isn't, I mean, he's a 13, so he's not like the slowest guy in the world, but, and he had 5 triples, so I shouldn't talk about him, but that's a little bit, maybe a little bit bigger part than Rogers. But anyway, let's go. I'm wandering on with my rants, so 4-3 on a ground ball to second base C, 1 out. And I know there are people saying, Earl, you're not having fun. I mean, I guess it is. It's fun still. I mean, it's a different kind of fun. That's a strikeout. It's like exasperated fun. Like what else is going to happen? That's a strikeout for Martin. So, you've got the San Diego Cy Youngs against the the rest of the league, the Omar Dolls of baseball, obviously. And so this will be the last for Stroman here. Of course, he's going to hit Renfroe, which is going to mean he's going to get at least a double, probably, maybe a triple, maybe a single. I mean, Renfroe deserves a cycle after all. 6-3 against a lefty will be a fly ball to center field and gets the out. 1 out. Solarda. 6-6. Ground ball to short. Wait, on that side, that's a strikeout. Left-handed switch hitter. And now Hunter Renfroe. 6-5 against a righty. That is a strikeout. So, where were those earlier? That's okay. 1, 2, 3. I mean, Stroman had a 4.37 ERA, so not exactly stellar. Not exactly the worst thing in the world either. Okay. Pilar, and then a pinch hitter, and then Jackson. So let's figure out this pinch hitter already. And go Ezequiel Carrera. So Pilar, 3-7, struck him out. If there was a runner at second, 2 outs, that's a hit, but not this time. Now we get the pinch hitter, Carrera. Goodbye, Marcus. 5 innings pitched. Not your fault. A big bad 2-6 on a stacked card. So, but, you're going to have that. You have to use stacked cards on occasion. I guess I just feel like maybe I shouldn't have used it here. Struck him out. 2 outs. I probably should have just made the decision ahead of time not to use this card whatsoever in the whole series, because it doesn't. But that's a strikeout. But then I think to myself, man, he played at the end of the season, and if he was doing well at the end of the season, he surely would play in the playoffs if they were making it. So that's what you do, right? You would use him. So I'm using him, and it's just... So if you have any suggestions on what you, the viewers of this project, have seen and want to see, do you want to see... I know I've had a couple of comments, or at least one comment, rooting for the Padres in this. Maybe because of the underdogs. Feel free. And I'm going to put Stroman down here, and he's not pitching still. I got to find somebody to pitch for him. And it's going to be Dickey, because we're going to eat some innings here. 4-run deficit. He doesn't have a relief rating. We'll give him a relief rating of 3 because he is a pitcher, starting pitcher. We'll only take him 2 innings probably. John Jay, 5-8. Lefty, 1-9 single. And it's an 8. I picked up the wrong D20. That's probably it. I probably should switch it out, and all the luck would change. Derek Norris, 2-7, struck him out. Now the pitcher card, and it will be Jackson, and he's still in plenty good enough shape to keep going here, so he's going to bunt. He is a B bunter, so good guy at that, and a B5 will be a good sacrifice. And that'll be 3-4. First baseman makes the play. Encarnacion. Still 6-2. Runner at second. 2 outs. And like I say, Amarista against Dickey with a 2 balk rating. Not going to come up again. 3-5. Strikeout plus injury. So strikeout. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and we need to roll on the injury. 18. So Amarista, that we're gonna have to take him out. If we go 4 or above, we will. Nope, he'll stay in the game, but he's gonna be injured. He's gonna be injured for, I believe it's 3 games here. 18 is 10. So yeah, 3. Sardinas is already injured, so that's kind of an unfortunate circumstance. May have to use like Adam Rosales in the next game for 1 game and then bring back Sardinas. Now Michael Saunders leading off the bottom of the 6th, 4-7, lefty walk. Oh, stranger things have happened. This would be a time when probably San Diego would be running as quick as they could to that bullpen. 5-7 righty. That's another walk. And this is his inning of weakness, Edwin Jackson. So we are going to get Carlos Villanueva warming up. And we're going to put Saunders over there. Okay, so now Edwin Encarnacion, 6-2. Runners at first and second, nobody out. 2-7. Struck him out, and there is the luck that Edwin Jackson needed. 2-8, gone. A lot of other things gone, not that. Tulowitzki, 1 out. 5-7, that's another walk, and we're going to have to take out Jackson, so the tying run will come to the plate. Edwin Jackson with 5 1/3 innings pitched. And it's going to be Villanueva. Who enters here, and he may pitch a couple innings. We will see. Brings up Jose Bautista. Facing the righty, bases loaded. They will play with the infield at double play depth. Looking to get out of this inning. 4-4 righty. Catcher X. So catcher is Derek Norris, a 2. 2-4 on the catcher chart. Wild pitch would score a run. Everybody would move up. No error, I would presume. 14 on the E3. No error. But this is a wild pitch. Let me double check here. Yep. That is the one. So 6-3. Bautista continues with the at bat. And now maybe another wild pitch for Villanueva. 1-5. 9. 1-3. Potential double here for Bautista. That would score 2 more. 1-13, and it's a 20. It'll be a fly ball to center field, deep enough to score. Donaldson. It's a fly ball B. Center field. Runner from second will hold. 6-4 now. A little closer now. Okay, and now Russell Martin. Tulowitzki at second. 6-4. 2-8. That's a fly ball to center field. That will be a play made again by Jankowski to end the inning. 2 runs across. As the wild pitch and then a sacrifice fly. Half the score. Half the deficit. Dickey will pick up another inning here against Jankowski. 2-5, and he's going to single. Going to shoot it right through there. And Dickey is a good hold guy, so we're not going to do anything with that. Myers, 6'9", righty, grounded third base. That'll be a double play as it goes Donaldson to Travis to Encarnacion. 2 outs. 6-4 lefty, grounded to short. Tulowitzki 2 and 10. He gets to it. And then a 15 on the E12. 15 on an E12, and it's an error. E6. Solarde. 6-8. Batting from the left struck him out to end the inning, so get away with that. Error. 7th inning stretch. So, I'm going to take my time through this and tell you that I had an interesting and delightful experience today, which kind of is the opposite of the way I've treated this game in certain particular scenarios during the play of the game. So I played. I bought in the spring when we started COVID. I bought Out of the Park, and the way I like to play Out of the Park baseball, Out of the Park 21. The way I like to play it, which they offer you a couple different modes. I like to play it in general manager mode, where you don't control any of the managerial stuff. One of the things about the managerial stuff is it just ends up taking quite a while. And I mean, you could set some of the automatic things based on what you want it to do for you, based on your preference. But that's in video games, that's never really been my thing. I'm not really a big fan of regular old horsing around with you know, I'm not real big on the actual gameplay. Like if I get Madden, I don't have like stick skills or whatever you want to call it. I'm not that great at it. But what I would like to do with that, and I never really tried because the interface for this part of the game isn't good, is managing the rosters, dealing, trading, and all that stuff. And Out of the Park is actually pretty good for that. So a friend of mine and I, we have kind of like been communicating with each other over the last several months. Him to me more than me to him, because I'm into playing this stuff, which takes more time, and so it doesn't allow me to devote much time to playing the actual video game. But a lot of it is just simming out days, you know, simming out weeks of time, you know. But you do, like, you know, you do your Rule 5 draft, you have your free agency, you have your trading, you have the entry draft, you have international signings. There's all sorts of things involved in it. And today, in my 7th season general managing the Arizona Diamondbacks, I won the World Series. My team won the World Series, and the MVP of the league for the season. So this is the 2nd season where my team finished with the best record in baseball. And the guy who was the MVP of the league that year was the very first guy that I drafted. He's a second baseman who just is great, almost 7 WAR, and just really playing lights out. But one of the first things I actually did in the sim was, it was a Rule 5, and I picked up a right fielder, and I forget which team from, but maybe from the Rockies. It could have been, but anyway. And he has become a real stalwart. Sometimes those Rule 5 picks can, you know, you just have to wait them out because you have to keep them on your 25-man, or now it's 26-man. But and then the next thing I did was I signed Matt Chapman as a third baseman. Not the next thing. He was kind of like a little bit down the line. So then I drafted that second baseman. I think I played 1 season, simmed it out, and was kind of like selling off, trying to get more and more pieces to build from. And then the next season, so I pared down my salary. I signed Chapman to a long-term deal as my third baseman. He turned out, he was the World Series MVP for me that finished today. Defeated the the Tampa Bay Rays 4-2 in the World Series, which I think ended a 4 World Series in a row stretch by the Atlanta Braves. They just raked for a long time, and they didn't make the playoffs in this season. It was 2027. And part of the reason I believe so, I had to start the season against them with a 4-game series, and I swept them. And I was just like, yeah, get out of here, Braves. Because I had lost to them in the championship series, and then they might have beaten the Rays as well. So anyway, just a little aside here as I'm getting ready for this bottom of the 7th. Better than me singing, right? Anyway, so Pilar, so it's 6-4. Villanueva will continue here. They may have a short leash with him though. 3-4, and that's a tall pop up by Pilar, and the shortstop Amarista is able to make the play, and now a pinch hitter. Excuse the noise in the background. My kid is playing a video game with his friend, and I'm glad he's having a good time, but it's just the way it goes. And then they just finish up their school. So Justin Smoke, we'll have him come in here and get a pinch hit. Little switch hitter, 1 out. 3-7, that's a walk, so the tying run's going to come to the plate. Devin Travis has some pop. Can he take Villanueva deep and get this game back squared? 1-8, that's a single, first and third with 1 out. And now definitely the Padres are going to call to the bullpen. Villanueva's outing will be up. And here in the bottom of the 7th, they're going to have Buchter come in here. Pitch a part of an inning. They have a day off tomorrow, so there'll be time for these arms to rest. They pitched yesterday. Villanueva, I think 1 full inning pitched. He got 2 outs in the 6th, and then 1 in this inning. So Buchter lefty against Saunders. First and third, they will play with infield at corners in. Corners in. 5-11 against a lefty. Fly ball to left field. That's going to get 1 run home. That'll be caught by John Jay, but not going to be close enough to be able to get Smoke at home. Smoke comes in to score. 6-5 now. And they just keep chipping away. And now Josh Donaldson. So here is where you pinch your knees together and hope that you can hold this with 2 outs. Runner at first. Devin Travis, 1-4. And that's a grounder to the pitcher. And Buchter will make the play to first. 1 run across. 6-5. Okay, so Joe Biagini is going to have to face Hunter Renfroe here. 6-5 now. 5-4 righty. Catcher X. So let's see. Catcher Russell Martin is going to be 2-1. 2-10 is there's nobody on, so passed ball can't happen, to be a foul out and a rare play. So I've got to look up the other side of this and go to, what was it, PF, rare play. Batter swings and misses the pitch, but he's awarded first base when the umpire calls catcher's interference. So we will give Renfroe first base on a CI. And another odd way that the Padres benefit in this game. 5-10 lefty. Ballpark single 1-9 would be first and second with nobody out. There's a 17, so they line out to second, 1 out. Finally, a roll doesn't hit them. Derek Norris, 3-4. Fly ball to right field, caught by Bautista, 2 outs. And now Buchter comes to bat, and then they will pinch hit for him. And they will have Brett Wallace take the pinch hit opportunity here, the lefty. Two outs. Facing Biagini, 1-5, and he strikes out to retire the side in the top of the 8th. No runs, no hits, 1 left. Bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Brad Hand coming in here. Okay, so Edwin Encarnacion is going to face Brad Hand here. We got to look off the left side of his card. So here we go. Can Encarnacion tie this ball game with 1 swing? 5-10 righty. That's a grounder to first. No, it's a grounder to third. My bad. Grounder to third. Solarte 4 range and 11. 4 and 11 is going to be up. He's going to get to it, and then E17 and 4. The play is made, 1 out. That's a big out right there. Now Troy Tulowitzki, 3-8. 1-11 would tie the ball game. Can they get it? Can they get the 1-11? It is going to be gone on an 8. 6-all as Brad Hand blows the hold/save opportunity, and this game is all square again after all of my complaining. Now Bautista, 3-11. This is a ballpark home run now. We got back-to-backers. Here we go. 1-12. It's gonna go. Long gone, and this is now Osuna's ball game to save, as Lady Luck has struck Brad Hand here right in the face, and oh my goodness, I guess after all that complaining, 3-4, that's a strikeout, 2 outs now. Where is Kevin Pillar? He's right there. Smoke pinch hit before. 2 outs, 6-10 righty. Fly ball to center field. Jankowski 2-E2, so pretty good chance of getting that, and he gets to it, and an E2 and a 16 is a play made still. 17 or 18 would have been problems, so he makes the catch. But 2 runs across, and we're going to go straight to the 9th, as it's going to be Roberto Osuna coming in here to try and finish this off and get a hold of this important game here. They look like Blue Jays were going to be in a heap of trouble again. I'm sitting there whining, and now it's 7-6. 5 runs in the last 3 innings for the Blue Jays, and now it's got to be up to Amarista, Jankowski, Myers, and maybe Schimpf, and maybe Solarte. If they get to Renfroe, I'm going to probably lose a gasket, but we will see what happens. That would be even more interesting, and of course I could get really perturbed by it, but let's see what happens here. Osuna in the game facing Amarista. Here we go. Is there anybody we want to lead off more than him? Could do Dickerson. Let's save Dickerson, because Amarista has a 1 column that would work. So here we go against Osuna. It's 4-5 lefty, and he's a weak home run guy. If we had used Dickerson at normal power, this would have been a tie ball game, because this is a 1-19 home run on a 4-5. But instead, this is going to be a 20 for a double, a single otherwise. It'll be a single for Amarista. Now Jankowski. Do we bunt? Are there double play chances? There's a couple of them there. I think we're going to spring a bunt. He's an A bunter. Let's do it. Let's bunt them over. Oh boy. Potential for a balk or passed ball. That would be balk. A 1-5 would move him to second anyway. It's a 14. Yeah, let's bunt. We're going to bunt here. 6. A6 is a defense check. They're just going to take the sack to the pitcher. 1-4 and the advance. They're not going to try and maybe let the they could put the winning run on base. Will Myers now might not matter because Myers can go deep here against Asuna. Runner at second, tying run at second, 1 out. 3-6 is a walk. First and second, double play in order, and Ryan Schimpf, who is a power hitter. Can he do it here? Can he do it first and second? 1 out. 3-5. Oh, needs a 1 for a single. Otherwise, it's a line out to second, and the second out. It's a 16, so that'll be a liner. Caught by Travis. And now Solarte, if he were to draw a walk, it would bring up Renfroe. 2 outs. What's going to go on here? Solarte, he could go deep. What is going to happen? 4-7 lefty. 1-12 is a single and would load the bases. It's a 9. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So here we are. I didn't want to have to cut it off, but I had to take care of something. Here we are. Bases loaded. We got Hunter Renfroe coming up. Facing Asuna. Now we have the... All that really needs to happen at this point is a 5 column, most of a 6 column, and even most of a 4 column, because we have the closer rule in effect. 1 run lead. The dots don't matter. Let's see. Is anything going to come off of Asuna's card? Here we go. 2 outs. Bases loaded. What's going to happen? 4-9. A 1 would be a dagger to the Blue Jays. 2 runs would score, and it is going to be a 19, and the game is over. Fly ball to left, and it is caught. So a 0, and things are at least pseudo-normal as a 7-6 victory for the Blue Jays. So fun times at Ridgemont High. I guess it's fast times, but quite the game, quite the comeback. The Blue Jays do it, even though I'm sitting there complaining. But eventually, as usually would be the case, I think, in this year, and seems to be the problem, the inherent problem with San Diego is eventually they run out of pitching. It seems like their hitting is probably fine, although they did cycle through a ton of hitters. But it seems like their pitchers are the ones that usually give up the ghost. And, man, they came close to taking game 2 and having a 2-0 lead, but it's going to be a 1-1 tie as they go out to Southern California. So hit like, hit subscribe. Going to sign off from here. Have a good one. We'll see you here for Mets at Orioles game 3 of semifinal 1 probably tomorrow. So see you then.